Good morning. Hello to you all. Welcome into the Eric Zane Show podcast, a daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures. Monday through Friday from the Baldwin Ace Hardware Fear Bunker Studio. I took my emergency anti-anxiety medicine last night in case, because I started to feel a little buzzing that I was going to have some weirdo anxiety attack in the middle of the night. I was concerned about that. And it's so dumb. It's always based on money. It always has something to do with money. And never once have any of my concerns, my fears, never once have they come true. Yet there I was again. I had just been informed that I owe money to the government. I did not pay enough tax on this business effort of mine. Good morning, Megan. She says, "Hey, Zane, what's up?" I don't think that's Megan at Irvine's. In fact, I'm reasonably sure. In fact, I'm 100% sure. Last year at this time, same thing happened. I owed some money. Not a ton. No big deal. This is not a big deal. Last year was worse because I walked out of there and it said I owed, like $2,500 for the federal government and $2,500 for the state government. I'm watching you, Daisy. And then I went ahead and misread it and walked out of there thinking, oh, my God, this is awesome. I got money coming back. Now, that's dumb because when that happens, typically, by the time 2-3 days passes, that money that you get back is in your account. It's all filed electronically. But I went through this false sense of security that, oh, yeah, I did awesome. I'm getting money back. This is great. I'm so happy. But no. And then one day before the tax deadline, April, whatever it is, I took a look at it. I said, well, let's see what's up. See, how do I get my money back? I can't believe I forgot how the whole process works. And it says, no, I owe that. So I was like, oh, my God. Talk about an anxiety attack. This year, nothing like that. And the amount is the same. It's spread out a little differently. It's like $4,200 for the feds and like $800 or $900 for the state. So the same amount. And I've got till April 18 to make it so, that's plenty of time to kind of like move the shells around. And, okay, I was going to take that money from that and spend it on whatever, this or that or the other. You know how it is. You got time. Not the end of the world. Really, honestly. And, but still, it freaks me out. Then my brain starts to go down the road saying, this is it. You are not going to make it. This is a straw. And I don't even know what the fuck that means. Not going to make it. What is? Am I suddenly going to forget how to do what I've done for the past 4 years, 2 months, and fucking 5 days? No, you fucking moron. Why do you always do that to yourself? This is me talking to me. And I even gave myself this little pep talk, getting ready to go to bed. And I'm like, okay, when you talk to Ray, when these things crop up, you got to look at it and acknowledge it. Say, oh, I see you. Yep, there you are. Be a good little anxious creature there to my side, inanimate object, whatever it is. I see you. I know you're there. I expected this. In a little while, you will be gone. I did do that. That is one of my, you see, when you talk to a mental health professional, they give you these little trickadoos and things to get you through these weird spots. So then I go, okay, I see you. And I haven't yet freaked out. I'm a little concerned, but no big deal. And this is going to leave me, okay? And then business as usual. Time marches on. You're going to be fine. Relax. Don't panic. You owe the government $5,000. Good. Opportunity to work more efficiently. I better take this medicine. And what this medicine does is it's like the same type of shit like Benadryl. It's an antihistamine, which they use to not only relieve allergy symptoms, but relieve anxiety. Makes you dopey, drowsy, and you fall asleep. It's an emergency pill, they call it. Took my regular meds. Took this one, too. Went to bed. Woke up today. Felt groggy. More so, typically, I hate, fuck, I get up, oh, shit, the alarm woke me up, oh, no. But then you get out of it, and you go, all right, let's go on, fucking drink some coffee, you're fine. Not today, no. So I'm walking down the steps, and I'm like, now this is what's going to set me up. Now I'm going to be in a bad mood because the dogs are going to have shit and peed everywhere. Did they? No! I let them out late, real late, like 10 o'clock late. Thank God it worked. So I'm like, little victories, little victories. So I ended up coming out of the tailspin this morning, but I don't know if I want to take that medicine anymore. That made me feel like shit the next day. I'm not convinced it helped. I don't know. Maybe it did. Maybe I'm reading into it too much. Welcome. So glad you are here. Yesterday, it was basketball day. First of all, before I get into this, Dear Meathead questions. I've got 3 or 4. Always could use more. Always. It's always good to have some that I can have ready to go for next week. Eric at ericzaneshow.com on the Shoreliners striping inbox. If you have a question for Dad on Dear Meathead, as we inch our way to his 89th birthday. I love this picture of him that I posted on Facebook. Look at that picture. Shit-faced drunk with a heater hanging out of his mouth and a Hamm's beer in his hand. It is a classic photo. What is it about images like this that make them look like it's such an old person there? Because he looks like he's about 52. But I'll bet you he was barely 30 there. Matt Hubbard writes from Oath Keepers, Bark and Stone, trying to settle a debate. Meathead is a hot dog, a sandwich. That will be fun. I'm anxious to hear how he responds to that. All right, so if you have a question for Dad on Dear Meathead, Eric at ericzaneshow.com on the Shoreliners Striping inbox. Thank you to Shoreliners Striping for signing up for another year of marketing. If you need the parking lot stripe, you call upon them. ShorelinersStriping.com. Yesterday, it was basketball day. Grand Rapids Gold. Now, the way the NBA does it, they take their referees. I think there's 80 to 100 in the whole league. And they give them ref assignments. And based on travel and where they are, they also have these refs. Some of them ref the G League basketball games. So these aren't like a lot of them. Some of the officiating crew, the younger guys, are up and coming refs because there's three. There's what's known as an umpire because it's behind the play. There's a referee and the crew chief. They're all refs, but they have different names. Sometimes the ref and the umpire are young people, and then the crew chief is the one that usually has all the experience. So every game we have NBA refs. Yesterday was no exception. Jenna Schroeder. She's from Flint, Michigan, 38 years old. Pretty as a picture. I had to say that because she's just stunning. It's really, I've got a thing now for chicks with ponytails. I don't know what it is about the pony, but the pony is absolutely hot. And it's weird because she's young, and so I'm like, But the pony is super cute. I love the pony. This isn't the greatest picture of Jenna, but here she is with some NBA player who probably wants to take her home. DeJounte Murray, the San Antonio Spurs. In this article, the first time Jenna Schroeder was booed by 40,000 NBA fans, as she exited the court, she knew she'd finally made it. It's not uncommon, to be honest with you, Jenna said with a laugh. Long before she was hired in the NBA, the Flint, Michigan native didn't know that refereeing could be a full-time job. She was working a high school AAU tournament one weekend when a bystander approached her with a simple question: "Why don't you do this for a living?" Now she probably makes about $200,000 a year being a ref. Jenna walks up. "Hi, Jenna. How are you?" "Fine." I double-check, make sure her name is pronounced Schroeder, not Schrader. She says, "It's Schroeder, and thank you for asking." I said, "My pleasure. No problem. Have a great game." It becomes clear in yesterday's game that one of the players for the Gold is going to be a problem because it doesn't take long before Grant Golden of the Gold gets a technical for mouthing off. Now, I can't say for sure if these players get a little bit more loose-lipped when it's a female official. For this story, I would assume maybe, and I wouldn't surprise me at all if she gets shit because she's a woman. By the way, today is National Women's Day. Bet you didn't know that. This is perfect to talk about. I don't know what the history of National Women's Day is. And I know there's going to be some fucking idiot who says, "Well, why can't it be National Man's Day?" But today is National Women's Day. So Jen is in charge of these officials. By the way, I heard some fan, because we hardly had people there today, or yesterday. Some fan was pissed off at the youngest ref, the umpire. He goes, "Ref, your haircut sucks." Like when there's so few people that you can hear individual insults. So here we go. Today being National Women's Day. This is the story of Jenna Schroeder last night. I can only assume that if you were to interview her, do you think some of the players try to take liberty with you or establish themselves on the court by trying to intimidate you? I'm guessing she would say yes. Problem is, that is not possible. and I know this, I don't think Grant knew it. About 3 minutes into the game, she tees him up. Later on in the game, she tees up our coach, Andre Miller. You're allowed 2 technical fouls. If you get 2, you're out. Late in the game, she teed up Grant again. She screamed it out. That's a technical foul on 33. 33 has to leave the game. Now, it's my job to say it. She's usually looking at me because I have to announce it. I do exactly that. And she's getting more and more agitated as the game goes on. I announced that Grant has to leave the game. Prior to that, she was more pissed off because she called a foul on somebody, and it did not go in the way it went against the goal. And somebody from the bench started shouting at her. She blows the whistle, and she goes, "What? You want to challenge it?" Because you're allowed one challenge where you can look at it through instant replay. You want to challenge it? You want to challenge it? No? Then be quiet. But she kept asking, "You want to challenge it?" And I think someone said yes. So she goes, "All right, you can challenge it." Now, she then goes and looks at the replay, and her call is confirmed. And the call on the court is confirmed. Grand Rapids loses their challenge. Grand Rapids loses their timeout. Please announce that. Yes, ma'am. I announced it. I think she kind of willed the team into taking that challenge, which I don't know if they wanted to do it, but everybody's getting annoyed with her, but she's just kicking everybody's ass. And, people are now "Oh, fuck, don't get out of line. She will beat the shit out of you." Okay. Someone had to step up, though, and talk back. Who? It was a gentleman in the video room by the name of Eric Naki. Now, I've known Eric Naki for years. He's the guy he has many jobs, but he's in charge of all the camera people. He's in charge of the video on the video board. He's very, very busy. And during the NBA G League games, he also has to run the video feed if they call a review. And then they put this TV screen in front of the ref, and she puts on a headset, and she's talking to him directly. "Okay, I want you to back it up to 8 minutes of the second quarter. I need to check to see if this was actually a foul. Video review." Just like the NFL. "Okay, I'll back it up. All right, great." Okay. What she also does is if there's a three-pointer, if a player puts a shot up, she has to look to make sure that their feet are behind the three-point line. She wasn't sure of one. And so at halftime, she comes up and she puts on the radio and the microphone, and she says, "Hello, Video Village. I need to see 10 minutes and 22 seconds of this portion of the quarter to see if there was a three-pointer." And Eric is struggling to get the video. And she goes, "That's okay. I'm going to come back to this to confirm that this was a three-pointer. I'll be back during the next quarter break." "Okay, no problem." All this shit happens that I was telling you about, so she's getting more and more pissed off. She puts a headset back on later on. She goes, "Okay, Video Village, and I'm ready to see that. Do you have that video?" Eric says, "No." She says, "Why?" And he says, "Well, I'm having a hard time finding it." And that's when she goes, 10:22 of the quarter. Her voice is inflamed. She's agitated. "Go there and let's see it." And he goes, "I can't." And she goes, "What?" And he says, "Yeah, I can't find it. It's lost in the machine. Now, I know full well that is not true. It isn't lost. He hasn't looked for it. And now she wants it, and he's not ready. That's what's happened. And she says, I'm going to come back, and you're going to have that video. I'm going to say it again. 10, 22 of this quarter, you must have this. There's silence. And my guy next to me, Phil, who's the game ops manager, he takes his headphones off because it's so goddamn awkward. It was fucking great. You could hear, there's about 30 people on the radio that can hear this, and Eric does not respond. She just brutalized him, and he didn't say shit because I'm not kidding you. She would have taken off the fucking headphones. She would have walked under the bleachers, under the stands, into the video village and said, "Get the fuck out of here." Oh. It was just ridiculous. So time passes. And Eric says, "Hey, I found it." And then she's running down the court during gameplay, and the whistle blows, and she's walking along. And then one of our tech people said, "Jenna, we have that video for you to look at." And then she puts on the headphones. Short time later, reviews it, sees that it was a three-pointer, and it's good. Chris says something that I said, because I did not say this on the radio. I didn't want anybody to hear it, but I leaned over to Phil, and I said, "Can you imagine if he said, 'Calm down, Toots. Take a chill pill, sweetheart.'" Oh. Fuck me. Because Chris wrote, "Lighten up, sweetie." No. That frightens me even thinking about it. Yeah, these refs, they and it's not just the chicks. There's another dude named Andy Nagy. Same way. This is not, you don't fucking play around with them. You don't give them any shit whatsoever. Now, that's not the case in hockey. By the way, Kenny says, Eric was so turned on during all of this, I bet. Yeah, I was. And I think it was definitely elevated off of the sack. I wanted her to yell at me. I wanted to do something to get yelled at so I could go, "Okay, yes, ma'am." I think I may have found another new fetish. Chicks kicking guys' ass. What do they call that? Dominatrix? That might be me. Oh, my God, was that awesome. I'm reaching out to one of the witnesses of this. This is Phil, the boss. He's the guy who sits right to my right. I don't know if he'll be up right now. Worked late last night. Long day. Now, I'm also going to call the guy that she yelled at.
Your call has been...
That's probably not going to work either, because these people, I don't know. Everybody gets up late. This is the guy that she yelled at. He's never been on the podcast before. His name is Eric Naki. Come on.
Homer.
Naki, I'm podcasting right now.
Oh, no.
Is that okay?
I don't have any clothes on.
Take me through what was going through your brain when Jenna was yelling at you last night.
Oh, no, no big deal.
Oh.
There's about, it's just a 12. It's it's 4-level chess back there sometimes. So it's
Oh, I know. You had a lot going on. I was picking on you earlier about it, but she was like talking like to you like you were a little kid.
yeah, that's no big deal. No, she's just trying to. So you're trying to tell somebody what you want to see,
Yeah.
and then I have to relay that to the slow motion replay operator,
Right.
and then they have to scrub through a bunch of graphics.
Yeah. Did you?
And
Now she had said 10 minutes 22 seconds. Can you see a clock?
no,
Okay, so that's why it was so difficult.
correct.
All right, that was the
And-
rumor going around.
What's that?
That was the rumor that you couldn't, that there wasn't a clock on the actual,
Yeah.
like in the corner.
Right, yeah. So we had no point of reference, and so you just, you know, it's just one of those things.
I knew you were screwed when you said it's just lost in the machine.
I was trying to describe it.
Yeah, she did.
It's
She was
gonna
not
take-
having it.
It's going to take us 10 minutes to find exactly what you want. So that's what we do. No big deal. We
Well-
have to come up with a better system. That's all that there is. And we already have a plan for that. So we're like, whoa, okay,
Well-
we didn't understand that was going to happen. So let's fix that.
From our standpoint, because I was watching her and Phil and I could hear her. Phil was so uncomfortable he took his headphones off. So
Right.
you know what? You're the right guy for that job because you didn't bat an eye. You didn't talk back. I think I was turned on by it because she was so in charge that I think I wanted her.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to take her home.
Oh yeah. Those officials that they run the show. It's it. You know, I've been told by the NBA that it's their deal,
Right.
and they're the boss. And
Yeah.
so yeah, we just weren't set up properly for it, and the I never envisioned that scenario happening. Otherwise, I'd have probably built the system different
Well,
back there.
the fact that she was going, I'm going to say it again, 10 minutes, 22 seconds of the quarter. Do you
Right.
understand?
Yep, but I don't have those digits back here.
Oh,
So-
man. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? Next time when the game starts, you should maybe give a disclaimer.
And then that wasn't the thing. We're fully under the bus. I mean, we're so far under the bus at that point, and then you start your little sniping on comm. And I'm looking for somebody to come out there and punch you in the eye. I'm like, Aiden?
Aiden is your son who assists you in the video room.
Yeah, last night he was, yeah.
Oh, my God. All right. Well, great job. Good recovery. And
He's got a long reach, too.
Yes.
He's got a long reach, so if he comes out there, you got to keep your distance. He's
All
got
right.
long, spindly arms, and he can pop you from...
You're a good
20
man.
feet.
I thank you. I appreciate you joining me.
All right.
All right. I'll see you, man.
I'll put some clothes on now.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Enjoy your day.
Take care. See you
ya.
later, buddy.
What he's referring to is so this game was also on NBA TV. They like to put these things on. So that's another thing that Eric there has to do. He has to coordinate all this shit. And it's a pain in the ass. And so when there's a timeout on the floor, NBA TV runs commercials. And you have a minute and 15 seconds before those commercials are done. You can't start gameplay until it's at 1 second over 1 minute, 15 seconds. So no one has any idea on the court to when to start play again. You know how you're waiting for the TV timeout to end. That's what's happening here. So Naki has to go and he has to let us know when the minute 15 is up. Now, what he's referring to with me sniping with the comments, Naki, the person on the court, her name is Shanae, she says, can you let me know when the commercials are done, when the 1 minute and 15 seconds is done so that I can tell the ref to start play? And he goes, oh, I don't know if I can do that. I don't have a timer. And so the first timeout comes and goes. It's murdered. Gameplay starts before the minute 15 is up, and it's a disaster. Shanae again says, can you let me know when the 1 minute and 15 seconds is up so that I can tell the ref? As Chris says, what is it with clocks? Yes, of course. And Naki says, well, I'm going to try. And I go, Naki, what do you mean you're going to try? Isn't that a thing Yoda says? No try, just do, or will, or whatever. And he goes, yeah, I'm doing a bunch of things at once. And I go, oh, yeah. It's a good, only if there was a device that exists in the world that has something on it known as stopwatch. If only that existed, then we would be able to do this. But it's too bad that hasn't been invented yet. He goes, well, I got a bunch of things going on. I go, dude, hit green button at start. When it says 1 minute, 15 seconds, you say, we are back. That's it. Oh, my God, what a shit show. So that's what he means about me sniping at him, which I've known him for 20 years, so it's all good. But what a thing. When she was, I wish I had the audio of her just letting him have it. It was fantastic. And I can't believe he took it so well. He's a pretty good-natured dude, though. So it hit the right set of ears. After the game, I'm walking off the court, and I see one of our trainers, and I go, boy, what's up with Jenna? He goes, oh, my God, she's killing everybody. I go, well, you don't know the half of it. You should have heard what she did to the video replay guy. What? I go, oh, yeah. She beat the shit out of him on the comm. The comm is the communication thing between all of us. Beat the shit out of him on the comm. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he's in a corner, in a fetal position. Oh, it was so arousing. Speaking of arousing, Daisy is licking Bruce. That's going to be a problem. Hey. No. Don't lick dogs. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're enjoying the show on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube, it's time for me to cut you loose. All you need to know is that you need to go to twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live or download the Twitch app and search Eric Zane Live, all one word. That's a lot. What I just told you, no one's going to remember that. If you mess this up somehow, send me an email, eric@ericzaneshow.com. I will tell you how to subscribe to the show on Twitch. But it is pretty simple. You just got to listen. Once you get to Twitch, you find me on Twitch. Hit the follow button. That way you'll know when I go live. You just hit it, run it through the Bluetooth in your vehicle. You can listen on the way to work, whatever. Starts at 8 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. Goes till about 10. Yesterday was a little earlier. So there you go. Subscribe on Twitch as well, and you can get the show. Link up your Amazon Prime account, and then you are good to go. Once you're linked, you're linked. I think Corey described it yesterday. I forget how he described it because Corey knows a lot more about this shit than I do. Once you're linked to the Amazon Prime thing, each month you have to assign it. What are the words you said again that I have to do? I don't know because I don't do it. You have to tell it to, I don't know. You have to reset every month, but your account stays linked. Thank you, Corey. You just resubscribe. That's what you do. You all have it down. I don't. Anyway, that's how you get the show in its entirety. Trying to get completely away from Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. More on Twitch. Twitch is where it's at. Twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. And then, of course, download the audio podcast wherever you download shows. If you have the option to rate and review it on whatever podcasting platform you enjoy the show on, please do so. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Follow on Facebook, facebook.com/Eric Zane fan page. Follow on Twitter @Eric Zane Show. and Eric Zane Show on YouTube. These are all, I know, annoying things that I'm asking you to do, but they all help grow this show. Thank you so much.